South Africa, Africa as a whole. What's up, Cape Town? We're back at it. Namhlanje Khayelitsha RC, Kas RC. Pardon me for that. But we have the man behind the movement yalapha Kas RC, and it's Bugela, the production heavy by abantwana bakhe. Makasicacisele ngokubanzi. Buti, khawutsho phana ungubani?
Yeah.
Where you from?
Yeah.
And obu archaeologist bakho usuka nabuphi?
Yeah. Okay, Molweni Makaya. My name is Mandisi Sindo, also known as Dr. Disi. I'm an actor, I'm a writer, I'm a director by profession, and I'm known as an activist, also as an archaeologist. I'm based in Khayelitsha in Cape Town, and my life has always been about implementing, creating, and innovating alternative art spaces in the marginalized communities, like in black townships, where I create what's so-called shack theaters.
And that is well known also, even across Facebook
the world. Yeah.
and stuff. I've seen you guys. There's Umakhan.
So
you've been part of that.
Yeah. I am the innovator of Makanye Art Room. Yeah. When I got there, it was a little space, a very small space. It was 2012. There was nothing that was happening, and it was not even called Magukanye then. It was Magukanye Hall. So it was a community hall. It was not a theater. So I came from university after I graduated from the University of Cape Town, and then I said, this is what I want to create. And then I tried to lobby a lot of guys, and people did not see it. You understand that? Then they did not see the bigger picture. Because now when I was at UCT, I saw how spaces were transformed into theaters. Yesterday, this place was a lecture room, and then today it becomes a theater. And I was like, no, man, I lived in a shack for the rest of my life, so I can convert like a shack into a theater. And then I started with Magukanye Art Room. I started with 3 lights. Those lights were donated by a guy called Russell Shapiro. He used to own a theater in Long Street, which was called Broadway. So he closed down that theater 2011. Then 2012, he gave me those lights. That's when I started to bring lights at Magukanye Art Room. And then that's when people started to see the reality of theater. And I ran Magukanye from 2012 until 2019. It's already like it's known throughout the world.
It's big.
And it's big.
It's been getting awards.
Yeah, it got about 3 awards, and it made me get about 4 awards as well, because I was behind it alone with my wife. Thanks God that I have someone who supported me throughout that journey as well. So we got the Flutie Cap Award, like as an innovation in theater. And also we got the Spice Maker Award, and I was, 2019, I was a recipient for South African Heroes through the work that I'm doing in the townships.
That's big.
Yeah, that's
too big.
No, it's not yet. Still bigger things coming.
I mean, for us coming from the Ekas, even when we came in, there were kids doing the production. Also, infusing the Markane saga and also the COVID-19. So how did you put that together, and how are you getting the minds of these kids to infuse that and also use it in the daily life of their own?
I grew up in Khayelitsha, and now I did not just become or became an artist. Someone was there to teach me how to perform, how to recite, how to act, how to write, how to direct. You understand? Thanks God that there was a man called Zimasame Urasta who taught me all of those things even before I went to the University of Cape Town. At UCT, I just went to collect that paper and also to get skills of how to teach other people. That is why when I went to university, when I started in 1998, I wanted to be an actor. But when things changed, when I was at university, I decided to do community theater practice so that I can be able to teach other people to become leaders. So here, this place is called Khayelitsha Art School and Rehabilitation Center. This school is not like any other school. It's not like your University of Cape Town Drama Department. It's not like Magnet Theatre. It's not like VEDS. This is something new, something different. This is a leadership school.
Let's break it down. Let's break it down.
So,
it's an art school, it's a theatre, it's also a rehabilitation center.
Yeah.
Let's start with the last one.
So, the rehabilitation side.
Exactly. How did you think about you need that? What is the most important thing about rehabilitating the kids also?
Rehabilitation. In terms of rehabilitation, Tina, we are not social workers, first of all, and we are not psychologists. We are artists, we are theater makers, so we are using our skill to make sure that these kids, they are telling their own stories on stage. They are inclusive and diverse stories. And for instance, on Wednesdays, we have a program that is called Healing Wednesdays. You understand? Where they tell their stories, what is happening behind closed doors at home. Most of them have been raped before. You understand? Most of them are coming from homes where their fathers are very patriarchal. Most of them are coming from homes where their mothers also are very abusive.
In South Africa, most people don't speak. That's why we hear from victims.
Yes.
Most
so we are giving them that platform to speak out, to speak about what is happening within the townships, to speak what is happening within South Africa at large. That is why you saw that piece about Marikana. It speaks about issues that affect us all, black, white, colored, and Indian. That is why spaces like these are not just black spaces, but are spaces for the people who want to create art. And also comment on political stuff that are happening throughout the world. We cannot run away from the fact that the status quo of this country is imbalanced. You understand that? There are no theaters in the townships. There are no galleries in the townships. There are no studios for young people to record their music. Everything is in town. So we need to speak about those things in order for government to see a need to build such spaces for young people.
I hope the president is hearing this, because those are points at large that need to be spoken about in even huger platform. So ICAS RC is bringing this to the kids. What are the parents saying?
Yo, man, like they are blessed. You understand? Because one thing, we are selfless as leaders ourselves, because we are not teaching these young kids to love us. We are not posting on Facebook to get publicity. No, we are creating a bond, you understand, with our community. We are creating a bond with our people. We are teaching our people self-worth. We are teaching our people self-reliance. We are teaching our people independence. We are teaching our people leadership, which is something that you don't really get right now. Leaders, after they went from university, they don't come back to the townships. They leave to stay in Somerset. They leave to stay. You understand? So who do you leave behind? You see, I'm a Hrotmanetu, a Karen Chiza, a Qwabi PM, a Selly Whisk. So young people get inspired by those people. You understand? So we are doing these things to inspire those people who are not inspired, to educate those people who are not educated, and heal those black people who are unhealed. Parents, they are following the dream because they can see it's working. It's their first time ever here. We started to run Kailicha Art School and Rehabilitation Center on the 29th of May.
He was like,
last year.
No, he said January.
Oh yes, Uluvo, started in January.
What?
His acting is something, because you know what? After we decided to give over Imakukanya to the community, when we came to the space, we were not starting from the beginning or from the stretch. Yes, and we told ourselves that we are moving forward. I'm building 2 theaters in the Eastern Cape, in Xofimvaba and also Engcobo. Even from those ones, when I meet up with young people from those villages, I am not starting from the beginning. I am moving forward. Yes, so they have to catch up. Even the ones here, they have to catch up. We are grilling them.
What is the okay? You just jumped. How many Casa RC are in Cape Town?
There's one. There's one Casa RC. This one is Kailicha Art School and Rehabilitation Center, and my first innovation that I ran for 7 years is called Magukanya Art Room. And then there is 2 that I'm building in the Eastern Cape, which are also going to be franchised of Casa RC, because we want to push this thing of schools, this thing of leadership. You understand? Which people are not being taught how to become one.
I haven't seen any.
I wish there were artists who were fighting. Now, I've inspired people from Kraaifontein. They started to open their own theater, which is called Kraifo Theater. I inspired a guy called Temba Mahlangu from Johannesburg. He was here also, he brought his production. He's got his own Shack Theater at Johannesburg, 32-seater. I also inspired Peso Peka from Free State. There's so many people from other provinces that I'm talking to. But Abalapi, Cape Town, they're stubborn. Why? They're submissive. They want to work. They do not want to start their own initiatives.
Do you see a problem in that? Because as an artist, I've been in Cape Town all my life. It's not only in theater, music also,
I know all of
poet, dance. So do you think there is any sort of explanation why people are being submissive and some are being stubborn? Or
I speak about that like all my life. You understand? I speak about.
Be open.
that is one thing that I always talk about. You understand? People are very exclusive. You understand? In Cape Town, people are not open enough. One thing that I can tell you that makes people to be submissive, it's because of gatekeeping, first of all, and also because I would say people they're scared. It's politics of stomach. They're scared to be hungry. Once you're scared to be hungry, then that's a poison. Yes, and you are not going to work hard for yourself. You will take everything that comes your way. You're not going to be able to even negotiate contracts. If someone says, here's 1.5, you're going to take it. You can't say no. Can you make it 5? Because you've got nothing. You understand? So that's what makes people at the same time to be very much submissive. And also in Cape Town, in the Western Cape, divide and rule. Works very hard. We are not united. So we are not united. You get white people there, get colored people there, you get blacks, and they jump around between coloreds and whites. Which becomes a very problem. Number one person who speaks about that.
Fight that though?
There's so many ways. I've tried. It's been the reason why I implement shack theaters. It's because I got tired of fighting. I worked with institutions. I saw like this person deserves this much, not this much. But you see people coming from the same class. Like I've got people who are coming from the same class as me. They are CEOs right now. You understand? When we go to negotiate contracts, they are paid 50 and I'm paid 10. So I fight and I reject. You understand?
So you know your worth.
Yeah, you must as an artist. That's the reason why Mandisi Sindo is so big, because he knows his worth. You understand that? Yeah.
You must. Let me ask. So ICAS RC is this big giant now. Because it came up from the bottom for me. Let's say innovation that you said in Makani. Do you see any competition with the ICAS RC with this other?
No.
Why not? Why not?
Okay, no, I don't see any competition. You understand that? Because why? I am the first person to implement such. You cannot be competitive with your babies. I'm not saying they are my babies, but it's people that I inspired.
Okay,
so for me, my dream is to see all of those spaces, to see shack theaters throughout the world. Yes, and then I would be happy. But I would be very angry when I see a shack theater being implemented by a white person.
Yeah.
Those people have been privileged enough, but for me it's a black inheritance. I see someone from Mpumalanga is building it, he's black, it's fine. Someone from Nelspruit is building it, he's black, it's fine. White people, they've got their own bricks to build their own buildings. Shacks are ours. No, shacks are ours. We cannot run away from that. Shacks are ours.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I feel that and they're really our thing.
Yeah, man. So they must be attached to us. Yes, so but all in all, I don't see competitions at all with all the shack theaters that are around Cape Town. I'm happy to see such innovations. I would love that they can be a massive one. I wish there can be one even Nagalanga, because Ikukastab is a white elephant. You understand? The space that has been created by the city of Cape Town, and people are working there are not even from Gwalanga. We understand how do they know the needs of people from Gwalanga? So that's why the space has become a white elephant. So shack theaters must be built throughout the world.
So you mean that actually the government should intervene in spaces and stuff like this?
Nah, must not even intervene. I've never got their funding from the beginning. From Magukanye running it for 7 years, you see it's successful. You saw it like on Facebook, everywhere, around the world. It's known around the world. It never got any funding. Never. I ran it. Mandisi Sindo started it.
Probably that's why the awards were like super.
You understand? Never got any funding from the city of Cape Town. Never got any funding from the government. But still, I love God because He creates jobs for me to be able to run these innovations. You understand? Which is the same thing that is happening with ICAS RC. It never got any funding from anyone. You understand? But because of their gracious and great people who are coming to see the work that we are doing and pay for the work.
That's amazing, because I was having an interview with the soup kitchen.
Ladies,
and they were like, no. There is no government here.
Nah.
We bring from ourselves.
We are government. We are government ourselves.
But I feel like that is actually it's the government should I almost said something else.
Yeah, you might know. I want you to show you like
the actual picture.
Yeah, how the mind is being played here. 1994, when the ANC took over, or when the ANC wanted to take over, their slogan used to say, we are together, together we can do more. No, used to say together we can do more. Around about 2003, 5, 7, and then it changed, it says Vukuzenzele. Yes, so that was supposed to be a hint to us as black people. Okay, now this one is not even in English.
No.
It's in isiXhosa. The first one was in English, better, together we can do more. White, colored Indians, This one is like, hey, you are on your own, Vukuzenzele. That's the reason why we are building Shack Theaters right now. We are waking up and doing things for ourselves.
And you see a huge way going forward.
Yeah, man.
So, do you have any productions that are being televised on TV?
Not on TV, but we have live during this time of COVID-19. What we have created is that we, because students now they're at home or they don't get any time to be with us at theater, besides when they come for a soup kitchen. So we have started to create a program where they write stories about what is happening right now during this time of the pandemic and how do they feel while they're sitting at home. Yes, and so on Thursdays, we are capturing that and make it live on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter and other platforms as well, so that we make sure that their craft is being polished while they are still at home. So yeah, but we create productions all the time. We've got about 80 students, 88 of them are here, and some of them, they are here from 9 o'clock until 2 o'clock. Wow. That's the unemployed youth program, and then in the afternoon, about 60 of them.
Ever since the coronavirus.
Yeah, before the corona. Now, during the corona, we're only serving for the soup kitchen. So whatever that we do right now is to make sure that we feed them, and they are sold at the same time, because there are classes that we run up at a theater where we get tutors to come and teach them English and languages, maths and physics, so that they can also keep on going, because these young people, they are not privileged enough. Not all of them have TVs at home. Not all of them have internet.
I see a huge power in South. Kwabantu all across that work here, because you just said you guys are doing everything from yourself. Where do you get the money to pay all the teachers, the tutors?
No one is being paid. No one is being paid.
Gosh.
It's about bringing your heart and your soul. That's why I was saying I'm teaching people to be leaders, not people to expect to be paid. You know, there are poisonous people who are like that. You understand? Okay, poisonous people who say, we are pusha letohana lena. Those people will be careful. If I'm your manager, say, we are pusha ukanzito. I block such people even on Facebook. I'm like, you're born dangerous. You understand? As Moses would say, even him. You understand? So dangerous. So people are innovations, they think money. You understand?
Okay.
So
before the actual...
That's why I'm saying we are building these spaces to inspire people, to educate people, and to heal people. That's the motivation behind this thing. It's not about making money. But yes, there are gracious people who are very helpful towards the dream or towards the innovation, who loves it so dearly. Throughout the world, I was touring, for instance, I taught America, was invited by the US government.
What for?
There is a program, because I was a South African leader, a South African hero in 2019.
Okay.
So I was invited by US government to go and visit organizations. I went to Washington, D.C., spent 8 days. I went to Akron, Ohio. I went to L.A. I went to Miami. So I spent about 8 to 10 days in each and every city talking to different people about the work that I do. So through those also we get people who are very interested to book tourism. When they come here, they become tourists. And they come to see the work that we do, and also they pay about 150 rand to watch a 20 minutes production. So that's a little that we make, but still, there is something that we are doing.
I was actually going to ask that. Okay. Okay, guys.
Yeah. So there's so many innovations. About like these t-shirts, we're also selling t-shirts, the Kasi RC t-shirt, and also there is a brand Ebizwa Umchita, a dude from Ekasi. So I also sell that, and also we sell Liso's music as well.
I was gonna say just before we close off,
sure.
A little bit. You will never do this alone. Who's been your inspiration? Who's this person behind you also?
I work very, very close with my wife. So whatever that I do, ever since ndasebenza naye since 2012 when we met.
Sure.
Yeah, so we have been driving all of these innovations together.
I
Yeah, but
see
she's
now
not,
this power.
she's not a talkative person. She's quiet. She's behind all the writing.
Right.
Yeah, but I am there as a spokesperson, and she sings. Yeah, that she loves the most. But it's the one person that I work with, like in almost everything. Like we are co-owners and directors of this. Yeah.
Amen. There's a lot we can touch on.
Yeah, man.
Eish, pleasure.
There's
There's a lot I wanted to ask you, but the COVID-19, how has it hit you personally?
Yeah.
How do you see it negatively hitting Khayelitsha and Kas RC since it got?
COVID-19, it has like really impacted us badly. And in so many ways and so many levels, like jobs have been cancelled, productions have been cancelled. I had a tour that I was supposed to go to in Bordeaux in France, and also it has got cancelled. Yes, and we have productions that we're supposed to take at the State Theatre. They got cancelled. So it impacted us like negatively, but at the same time, open or converting our theatre into a soup kitchen, it really helped a lot of people. As our norm is to help, our tradition is to share. Yes, and now the only thing, if we are not sharing the word of art, then we must share the food for the soul. So now we are sharing the food for the soul, and people are eating, they're getting food parcels, they're getting sanitizers, and we are happy. So we have forgotten about the fact that we have lost something.
This whole corona.
So, but but the corona, people must stay home. They must stay safe. They must not ignore it at all. It's very dangerous. It has killed. Man, rest in peace, Oprah Tom, you understand, I was working for ETV, you understand, one of those things ezenzekayo to people that inspires us. So when abantu abanjeyana, they die, you understand, that you're like, okay, this thing is around now. Khayelitsha right now has more than 500 positive cases. People must watch out. They must stay home.
You heard it first, South Africa, from Mandisi.
Yeah.
For me, he's the legendary, the guru of theatre, right here in Cape Town. You're about to be the best, man, right here in Africa after this. Hopefully, my WhatsAppers push this, subscribe, like, share it. And make the work with your sharing is the most significant thing.
Yeah.
Last words to your people, to people that follow you, to your fans out there, and also to the nation as a whole. The government also.
What I can say is that a voice or a word from Mandisi. Mandisi is not a celebrity, first of all. Mandisi ngumntu wabantu. So anytime you can inbox me on Facebook, I reply. You can call me 08403819000. That's my number. You can get it on Google. You can get it anywhere when you're searching for my name. Let's talk. Let's change lives. And let us make sure that we are helping people who need help in our townships. I talk about black people. Yes, because those are the people who are very much impacted, and people who are marginalized, and people who are staying in poverty in the township. So if you have something, please do go for those people and do something for them. And stay home, and government, do your thing. I can't say anything. You know me very well. I know the DKS or DAC, you guys know me very well, but please do something for the people, not for Mandis. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You heard it first from the horse's mouth. It's your WhatsApp boys. You know what we always say. What are you doing with your life? Best do it. You only got 24 hours in a day. What's up? We are right here, Kas RC, the biggest right now in Khayelitsha. Matter of fact, Africa. In the world.
Enter your world, man. Enter your world, man.
We're shining out 2020. Do something very, very innovative with your life. Inspire, motivate the next person. We're out here, so boy. Ganziro, Dope African, Puerto Rico. We out here. We love y'all.